God's blessings to you as we gather for our weekly reflection on faith, justice, peace, and community. I pray that through these reflections, the Spirit might stir within each of us a greater desire to come to know the God of love, beauty, mercy, justice, and peace, seeking to be spiritually fed in order to better honor God's love and faithfulness to us in the ways that we care for ourselves and for each other. My sisters and brothers, there's a two-word phrase I offer for our reflection today. Go deep. Repeat those two words for yourself. Go deep. Now imagine Jesus speaking to you, speaking your name. Hear Jesus say specifically to you, go deep. In today's gospel, we have a familiar story of Jesus at the seashore, beginning to assemble his cohort of apostles. Peter and his crew, including James and John, have been fishing all day with very little to show for it. Jesus has been preaching all day with a sizable crowd gathered around him. He asked Peter to take him out a short distance from the shore so he could be heard by more people in his preaching. At one point, he tells Peter to take his boat out into the deep water and cast his nets for a catch. Peter pushes back, recounting that a whole day of fishing has already brought nothing. It is here that Jesus asked Peter to trust him, to go deep with his faith in a God who will provide. Peter accepts the invitation and puts out into the deep water. He then has the crew toss their nets into the deep water. And we know what happens from there. The catch is enormous. It stretches their nets. Peter immediately responds by kneeling before Jesus and proclaiming that he is not worthy of such an extravagant gift from God. Jesus responds in love and tells Peter that God has a plan for him to be a fisher of men and women, a vessel of God's love and invitation for others to get caught up in the incredible, freeing gift of God's compassion, mercy, forgiveness, and love. My friends, the invitation and good news for us is that God is inviting us all to go deep. God is inviting us to dive into a deeper relationship with his Son, Jesus Christ. He's asking us to be open to be stretched in our ability to let go of perceived limitations in what we alone can do, and open ourselves to a life-giving relationship with him that will help us to do things we could never imagine doing on our own. He asks us to go deep in opening ourselves to be vessels and conduits of his love, who will naturally attract others to do the same. So I ask you, or rather God asks you, are you willing to go deep? God does not guarantee smooth sailing. What God does promise is a constant, loving, encouraging presence in your life, nourishment for the journey, joy and eternal happiness in the next life. On behalf of the Catholic Christian family here at St. Agatha, I want to thank you for the many ways that you continue to allow the Lord to work through you, with you, and in you. Please join us for our celebrations this weekend, Sunday at 8 a.m. in person or online, or 10:30 Mass in person. Either in person or online, we welcome your participation in our community prayer of praise and thanksgiving. Please share this video with others on Facebook. It is a great way for you to participate in evangelization, in spreading the good news. Thank you for all the ways that you allow the Lord to work through you, with you, and in you. And of course, in all things, be blessed.